What up, Super Fun Force? We're here today, Dragon Ball Super card game, TCG Thursdays. And today I want to talk about one of my favorites of all time, the Son Goku Yardrat version when he came back, learning instant transmission from the anime. And here's the backside of it. I definitely got some foils of them in my binder. I just played the regular one for now. Still looks super clean. And there you guys go. Basically, I'm not going to read all this stuff. I'm just going to go through the cards. Sometimes I'll show you how many I have in my deck. Sometimes I'll just suggest putting them in, maybe one to, whatever copies you want to fit into your deck. Just so I can give you guys the basis and the template on how to build your own version of this deck. If you don't always want to just like net deck somebody or, card for card, you want to try something different. I know this deck just recently topped at a tournament. I think it was GenCon. Basically just playing yellow good stuff with a bunch of the unisons, and that's cool. That's totally fine. I play a little bit more of all the unisons, and I try a little bit of the other thematic cards involved, and I've been having great success with it. So I'll continue to play it like this. And again, my background is I've been playing TCGs since the 90s, and basically with Magic, played competitively at a lot of the big events, and never did a Pro Tour, unfortunately, but still placed respectably and won a lot of my locals. Now, as far as Dragon Ball being the one I play from anime, I definitely build and play competitive, so I test this against the winning decks. Like if something is in the the top 8, like I'll play test this against the winning Yardrat Goku deck from GenCon, for example. And I guarantee that I can go toe to toe and probably even just beat it. With this deck, other decks, I try to make a deck that is like not good at all, right? I mean, I try to make sure that all the matchups are hopefully winnable, and that's through sideboard, then so be it. But anyways, let's get into this deck. And basically, you gotta always have. I'm gonna go through all the unisons really quick. Gotta have the Gohan unison for sure. I went with the SR version just because I like the art better. I like the emotion here. The other one's obviously iconic in its own right. Super chase right now, but this one, I like the background. I like the more varied colors, and he looks like, obviously, even though he's beat up, he's not giving up. Gohan is dishing back and giving back the damage he's taken, and he's not down for the fight yet. So I respect that for sure. And this artwork just intrigued me even more. So I got this one instead. And that also actually goes to the next guy on the list here. I'll just let you guys know, I pretty much play 4 of all the unisons. And then depending on how the testing is going, I might, swap some out. But there's a Vegeta, and that's the other thing. The Vegeta also comes in that all blue, like the SPR version of this. So I was like, I don't want to have like 2 all blues. So I was like, I'll just go with this one. It has more pink in it. And then of course we got to grab Krillin over here. And just so you guys know, again, the way that they work here, I'll just show all of them here. I'll even play Yamcha. I guess he has to go up here. And then sometimes I play, like right now I have only 3 Tenshin Han. Sometimes I'll run 2 and 3 of Yamcha. Kind of cycle back and forth with them. And I only kind of run 2 Piccolos. One that I just started experimenting with, and I know people are always wondering about, is the Android 18s. Maybe or not, maybe I'll keep this in, maybe I'll take them out. But they're definitely pretty good on the first turn. Sometimes they're not as good later on, but you can still drop them. And then to go over them all really quick, you can still drop the 18 plus 2 it, and then obviously you can go to the top cards of your deck and kind of fix your next draw. So that's always good. And then you can straight up empower somebody else over it. So that's always good, like, getting it, anyone you can empower, but that's why it's useful in this deck. It's not totally useless. It's not like you're only unison and then you drop it down, and then once you look at your top 3 cards, it's like, oh, what do I do with it? Well, now you just, replace it. So there's that. Obviously, Piccolo is good just to get pressure, just to be able to attack with these guys right here, and then, draw a card. So you kind of keep that cycling going. You drop them down, draw a card, attack, empower, then go over here to Tenshin Han. Tenshin Han is really cool because, see the one that, yes, you can switch it to rest mode. You can basically lock someone down. The only reason why I only play 3 right now is because there's always a lot of ways to rest cards anyways. But again, depending on how you structure your deck, you might want 4 of these because you always want to be able to try to rest your opponent's cards for sure, whether you're on the offense on your turn or sometimes on the defense here. And then Yamcha right here powers up as well. And then when you play this guy, you can switch 2 of them to rest mode. That's why I like this one. This is a 2-for-1 in a way. This is a 1-for-1. But we'll actually let you do the other one, +1 and plus and the regular one. But the nice thing about this guy is you can power him up to attack as well. So, or draw cards. So again, you can replace Yamcha quicker. So I think he's still a decent choice for sure. Krillin, gotta have Krillin, man. Krillin's the OG best friend buddy of Son Goku. From the very beginning of the Dragon Ball anime, man, Krillin was there, right? Kind of like the rival, the best friend, training under Master Roshi. But he's still great for this deck as well, for sure. You definitely want to be able to, same thing here, you can rest mode and negate its skills for the end of the turn, and you can power it up to 15,000. And, that all, even though it doesn't replace itself, that still gives you kind of like a tempo advantage. And then Vegeta 2 is very powerful. The top two are obviously these two guys. Let's see here, 4 less. Yep, you can KO something straight up, empower him, attack, and then of course Gohan buffs your leader, triple triple attack, and you can also destroy the cards, your opponent's cards on the battlefield. So definitely gotta run the Gohans for sure. So that's the suite of Z fighters. And again, you can play test with it, and you can decide how you want to use it. I know some people obviously don't use Android, some people don't use Yamcha, but I'm still keeping them in there. I'm playing this deck pretty close to 60. You might be thinking that's, not optimal, but again, this deck draws so much, so quick. You don't want to find yourself getting decked out or, running out of cards too fast, right? And obviously losing the game. So essentially, I'm not worried about running this deck upwards of 55 cards, 57, 58. And so forth. All right, secret rare. I don't have a secret rare in this deck right now because I'm kind of shuffling through. I put my my Piccolo and Gohan, Newfound Might, in a different deck. Considering putting Pan in here, but I'm actually also waiting to see how the new SERs from Zenkai works out. I already have one of them in mind. Obviously, there's Bardock, for example. So at this point, same thing here. You can either do the Newfound Might, you can do Pan, you can even do Hero's Lineage, or Heroine's Lineage, sorry. And then I'm looking forward to testing out the new Bardock. I actually played this Gohan. I like this Gohan a lot. This is kind of going to the theme now. This lets you, the reason why this is super good is because you play him for free when one of your unisons goes to the drop, which is super, super easy. And if you get stuck with too many unisons, this guy can let you turn him into combos for your leader. So that's really good. This guy here is not bad because he has blocker and, again, plays for free once your unison goes to the drop area. And again, another guy that rests something, KOs it, or chooses something in rest mode, right? Yeah. So he goes great with some of the people like, Yamcha and Tien Han. When he puts something in rest mode, you can play him and then you can obviously KO it. I think this card is basically is kind of overpowered. I wouldn't say super overpowered, but it's underlooked and underappreciated. This is a nice counter. With this deck, I like to go in with Son Goku a lot, either for the finishing attack or just to put a big, heavy, swing on my turn, a push for momentum, especially when you get your Gohan out. And this basically kind of lets you attack again. The cool thing is, even though when the instant Kamehameha, watch, what happens here is that when it basically gets, if you get negated, right, you can counter this, switch your leader back to active mode. This is like some of the tech right here. It gets plus 5,000 power. Now, if you already have a power boost from something like a combo or another source, the good thing is he doesn't lose his power. So if he's at like, let's say he's at 15, you powered him up with this, let's say you even, you powered him up with your Z Fighter here, another 5,000, so he's at like, 20, 25,000. You go in for the attack, and nice thing is, that obviously gives him triple attack, but even if it's just one attack, or even if you need all 3 attacks to win, if they try to negate one of the attacks or your single attack, great news now, well, you can basically go back to active mode, and then you can attack again. The only thing you can't do is use your skills, but let's see here. Yeah, you just can't use your skills, but that's fine. You already use your skills first, and then, again, whatever you can't use anymore but that has been negated, that's fine. But the important thing is you still retain your battle power. And the other thing is you can play this for free. because you can Spirit Boost 3, right? So you can Spirit Boost somebody, and then you replace it, activate one of these guys or something like that. So it's only 1 energy, but again, you have the option to Spirit Boost it as well. I main deck this card. I've been talking about this card a lot. People are sideboarding it now, but because Spirit, not Spirit Boosting, but because unisons are so predominant in this format, you have things that are wrapping up really quick to high amounts of markers. Your guys get markers. Guess what? This is practically free, and it's very, very good. Another card that I've been teching a lot, some more of my secret tech. I really like Hellfighter 17, the Naturalizer. This is an awesome counterplay, guys. Definitely slept on. I'm probably the first one to bring this to the map, and this as well. And I don't see why you can't main deck this, especially if you can take advantage of it. Because don't forget, when you look at it, it says here, for each marker on unison cards in play, which means your unisons and your opponent's unisons. So unless we ever see decks in the future, which I doubt it, that aren't really running unisons in the main deck, then this should definitely be considered in your main deck. I'm playing, 3 right now? You can go down to 2, maybe even at least a 1 of, and then you can put others in your sideboard if you want to. Then, of course, we have the Vegeta, the Prideful Transformation. Again, another awesome counterplay for sure. So you got to run these guys as well. And let's see here. We got the Final Sacrifice. This is another thematic card, Tim, so run this one as well. For my super combos, I'm running the Krillin Moments Before Comeback, which is also great because we're talking Krillin's the best buddy right here, beating up on Garlic Jr. So that's awesome. And then, a little bit of the yellow good stuff. It's just the power of a Super Saiyan. I don't mind playing this 1-up in every deck. That's totally fine. And again, this is another card I've been raving about too. I got a bunch of these in all of my yellow decks. Not all of them, but most of all of them, because Release from Evil is just so versatile. Another one that puts on the map for sure. And then some other tech too. I've been enjoying the Flying Nimbus. I don't think it's obsolete at all. I think it's still great to kind of like floodgate your opponent. And then lastly, another big finisher. In addition to your secret rare, is going to be the Son Goku, Return of the Dragon Fist. Just an awesome card. Thematically, looks great, and super powerful. It works well with unison-based decks, of course, because it reduces the cost, and you are guaranteed to always have unisons. So there you guys go. The Yardrat Goku deck is super fun because I wanted one deck that at least took advantage of playing a lot of unisons, and the other one that came out was the cooler deck. I think that's still a great deck. I obviously prefer the heroes over the villains, and in this case, Goku is obviously my favorite character, and just to see him in that awesome outfit, I was like, I gotta play this deck, and it turns out to be very, very strong, fun, and competitive. So there you guys go. That is the build, and then again, you guys can work with this. Again, if you want to put a little bit more good stuff, yellow good stuff in there, go ahead. But I like to play some of the thematic cards for sure. And I also like to put some of the things main deck, play some new stuff here, bring back some oldies but goodies for sure. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the video, liking and subscribing. I'm definitely going to bring you guys a lot more Dragon Ball every week for sure. I'm going to try to put out a lot of these decks I've been playing with and winning with and kind of keeping secret for a while now that Zenkai is coming out. So there you guys go. All right, thanks again so much. And don't forget, keep it face safe, pray, spread that love, be positive, be thankful, guys. We'll be coming back at you.